I feel like I didn't hold your hand when I said this, and I'm sorry. I should have held your hand. I feel awkward because I'm like kind of a lot more open than I usually am when I'm filming in the car, but we're just gonna have to push through, guys. Today I have like the whole rest of the year's videos mapped out. Today we're gonna be talking about gratitude because it is November and Thanksgiving is technically not about gratitude, but that's what people are making it about. But I also believe that gratitude is an important thing that everyone should do. So I saw this video on TikTok the other day.
I'm literally so poor.
No, whoa, don't say that, don't say that. Let's say something different. How about I am attracting abundance every...
I'm so ugly.
Say 5 things you like about yourself right now. Stop identifying with that word. You are abundant, beautiful, rich, kind, sweet.
Yeah, I saw a video and then a lot of people in the comments were like, I appreciate their positivity, but sometimes I just want to complain and get the negativity out of my system. Let me have a moment. And then someone else said they always manifesting it upon themselves and then complain. That made me think of the fact that like a lot of people just don't know how to practice gratitude, and it's crazy because that's pretty much what can change your mindset so easily by just practicing gratitude. Like I used to be such an angry person. I used to get mad at like the littlest things. Like my car could not have gas in it, and it's definitely my fault that it didn't have gas in it, but I will be so mad that my car did not have gas in it. Or like my like outfit didn't look right today, so I have to change, I have to get something else. Or like it could be like the stupidest littlest of thing, like my hair. Like today my hair is so frizzy, and before I would literally redo my hair again, like completely, even if I didn't have the time, because I would be like, no, I have to look perfect and whatever. And now it's like at this point, what, like, it is what it is. I'm literally just going to work, and then after work I'm going to the gym. Like it doesn't need to be perfect today. Yeah, so practicing gratitude has definitely helped me with that, especially because, okay, I go to therapy, right? I've talked about this before. I go to therapy, and what the therapists use on me is called either CBT or DBT, I don't remember, but basically it's a shift of mindset is basically what it is. And it's like every time I think anything negative, she'll give me like a positive way of like thinking about it. So DBT is a type of talk therapy that teaches skills to help people manage emotions, reduce self-destructive behaviors, and improve relationships. So it was initially, I know this because I wrote a thing on this, but it was initially developed for bipolar disorder, but it's also used for like depression, PTSD, eating disorder, substance abuse, and anxiety. So the reason I'm talking about like this relating to gratitude is because the way gratitude shifts your mindset so easily. And I'm just gonna show you ways to like shift your mindset. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but this is ways to like shift your mindset a little bit. So using mindfulness is basically like, and I got taught this in a class they gave us like a Hershey Kiss, and she gave me a Hershey Kiss, and she was like, okay, you can do whatever you want with the Hershey Kiss, but as long as you're with the Hershey Kiss and it's only you and the Hershey Kiss, and it's like you're focusing on the Hershey Kiss. Some people ate it, some people stared. I stared at it and then I ate it afterwards. But some people like stared at the Hershey Kiss and they just thought about the Hershey Kiss. She was like, whenever any other thought comes into your mind, just take a deep breath and wish the thought away and just think about the Hershey Kiss. Think about what it would taste like. Think about what it tastes like. Think about the foil. Think about the letters on the, you know, paper, like all this stuff. Like she basically did that. And she was like, only think about the Hershey Kiss. And then she explained that basically that's how you should, to stay in the present moment, that's how you should like deal with stuff. Because when you're going through a hard time and you're like talking to someone and you're trying not to think about it, and it's just going into your brain and you can't pay attention to the person that you're talking to because you're just thinking about all the struggles that you're going through right now, and that's like not great. Teaching yourself mindfulness helps you focus on the present moment without judgment, and that's like super helpful. And then distress tolerance, so coping with painful situations and emotions without making them worse. So I was actually going through something recently. I was like super stressed out, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, whatever, and it was just like a bunch of self-deprecating situations where I was like, I'm just not happy with the situation. So the good thing about me is that when I'm unhappy about a situation, I either fix it or I leave, and I feel like that's just what you can do, is fix it or leave. It's because if you're so unhappy, then why are you still there? But pretty much I was like on the verge of tears, but then I just kept telling myself, like, what am I doing? Like, I know I can do this. I know myself. I know I can do this. I know I can deal with this. Like, this is not that big of a deal. Whatever happens, happens, and I'll just deal with it. And that's how it happens. Like, I always have a backup plan for everything, so it doesn't matter. If this doesn't work out, I will do something else. Like, that's that. Like, you know what I mean? And then that's also something my therapist calls, I don't know if it's the same thing, but my therapist says something is about radical acceptance. Like, accept that something bad is gonna happen before it happens, and then when it does or doesn't happen, you'll at least feel neutral about it because you already knew what to expect. Like, if it didn't like, let's say you are going for something and it's like a yes or no type situation. If it's a no, then, and you need a backup plan for that no, then make the backup plan. If it's a yes, then great, you got it in first try, and that's what you need. But always have a backup plan that will help you achieve what you need to achieve as well, because it's always better to be prepared than to be scrambling the last minute trying to figure out what you actually want to do. That's just me. Like, that's how I think of everything. Because whenever, like, I'm going to, like, hang out with a friend or something, and, like, let's say they cancel last minute, which it has happened to me more than enough that, like, if my friends cancel on me last minute, I know my backup plan will either, like, go hang out with my boyfriend or go do something that I've always wanted to do, like, by myself. And then, you know, if we hang out, we hang out kind of situation. Like, it's kind of like that. It's just always have a backup plan so you're not disappointing yourself. I guess that's a really good, yeah. And then there's emotional regulation, understanding and changing unwanted emotions. So that is where the part where gratitude comes in, okay? Because, okay, sometimes your life is going to crap. That's it. Sometimes you feel like your life is falling apart and things just aren't worth it and you're not happy and you're just feeling like crap, okay? That is when you take the time and practice gratitude, okay? Be grateful for whatever you have, okay? Sometimes I'll come home from the crappiest day of work and I'll go home and I'll see my fridge is full and I was like, you know what? I'm grateful to have a full fridge. And or sometimes, like, I'll go home and I'll see my dog who's like 14 years old and I'm gonna be honest, could probably pass at any moment. But I'm grateful that she's still alive and I'm grateful that I get to go home and cuddle her every day. Like, it's the little things to be grateful for. I am grateful that, like, I got this winter coat at the Goodwill bins like 2 years ago or 1 year ago, I don't know, and it was super cheap, like $1 literally, because it was in the bins and they weighed it and it literally is air, but it's so warm. Anyway, love this coat, so grateful for it. And it's like, you have to be grateful for the small things in life to leave yourself less miserable. And I feel like a lot of people don't know how to be grateful for little things. Like, they just would rather be miserable and complain about stuff than be grateful for the little things that they have. Yeah. That's how I stopped being so freaking miserable in my life. Okay, interpersonal effectiveness. This is also like DBT stuff. This has nothing to do with whatever. But navigating a relationship by asserting needs, saying no, and managing conflict. So that's the thing. Once you, like, start doing stuff like that, that's when you, like, weed out people who don't align with you. I'm not gonna say don't appreciate you, I'm not gonna say don't like you, I'm not gonna say any of that, but they just don't align with you. They're not your people, you know? Because once I started saying no to certain things that were just like, I don't want to hang out with your friends because they really seem like a bad influence, I stopped hanging out with the people completely because they only wanted to hang out with the bad influences, which is their choice, so can't really do anything about it. But that's how you kind of weed out the people who aren't meant for you, I guess. And then the asserting needs. Yeah, once you assert needs that people don't want to do, you'll realize that, like, either your needs were too much, and for the most part your needs probably aren't too much, they probably just don't care enough, or they just don't care. Like, they're just not important enough to them. And again, that happens. You're not the only person in the world. You're not going to be important to everyone around you. That's just how life is. Sorry. And then managing conflict. Oh, I use a lot of I feel statements. I feel left out. I feel confused. I feel sad. Like, I feel sad when you do this. I feel statements are very good because they can't, and this isn't manipulative, it's just true. They can't say, well, I don't agree with how you feel, because that's how they're making you feel. So if you're ever like in an argument and you're feeling sad, you feel like whatever this person is doing is making you sad, is making you feel unwanted, is making you feel confused, you tell them, I feel unwanted, I feel left out, I feel confused, I feel sad. I feel sad because you are doing this. I feel unwanted because you're not paying enough attention to me. Use it correctly and don't be mean to people. Okay, yeah, my thing is, a lot of people just, the whole like practicing gratitude thing, they don't practice gratitude because they want to stay like miserable and upset. And I'm saying this from my own experience, not that I wanted to stay miserable and upset. I'm not gonna say they wanted to either, because I didn't know I wanted to. It's just more like sometimes people realize that others only listen when you're only complaining. When you're like okay with life and stuff like that, not a lot of people want to hang out with you because you don't have a lot of stuff to complain about, or you just stopped complaining about things. Like, I have so much to complain about, but I just don't complain about it as much as I used to because I feel like it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, and I'd much rather just like, I'm not even storing it in my brain. I'd much rather just like deal with it, figure it out, and move on. There are certain things that I'll complain about, but it's always just like little stupid things. Like, it's never like, it's usually things that I know I can't change like right now, but I know I'll change it eventually kind of situation. But yeah, if they just want to complain, let them complain. But if they want to complain and not find a solution, let them complain to someone else. There's a dog. Oh, the doggy peed on like those what is it, the bikes that like you rent. He peed on it. Anyway, yeah, practice gratitude, not only because of the holiday season, but just in general. I promise it'll make your life so much better. Stop judging people, stop complaining every 5 seconds. Like, literally take a week of yourself and don't complain about anything, and you'll see how much more peaceful and happier your mind will be, because you're not nitpicking absolutely every single thing that's happening in your life. I feel like I didn't hold your hand when I said this, and I'm sorry. I should have held your hand. But yeah, just fix your mindset, shift your mindset, and if you can fix it, and help yourself rather than dragging yourself down. I feel like this was really mean, but I meant it in a good way, I promise. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was helpful. There's gonna be a lot more sit-down videos because I have like a really big series planned for the new year, and I know it's November, but I've already started planning it, and I should start filming it probably tomorrow. But yeah, like, subscribe, follow me on everything, check out my Depop down below. You have like 3 more days, counting today. You have until Friday, November 14th, to buy my stuff on Depop. After that, I'm gonna donate it and add in new stuff, hopefully. So either way, go follow my Depop and subscribe to me so you guys know when I'm posting new stuff.